Dad, quite a few of famous people have been commencement speakers at Ohio State. What does it mean to you to be the commencement speaker this year?
Well, first of all, I'm totally honored to be speaker at commencement. It takes me back. It's back to 1986 when my former football coach here, Woody Hayes, was asked to speak at commencement. I'll never forget. He called me and let me know that President Jennings had asked him to be the speaker. And I'll never forget how emotional he was about that. And when President Drake finished his conversation with me in regards to me being the speaker, when I hung up that phone, I kind of felt like Woody. I was overwhelmed, really surprised to be asked, but at the same time, tremendously honored. Adam, I know that I was your commencement speaker at your high school graduation.
Yeah.
How do you feel about me doing it again?
It's kind of the second go-around here. I kind of got used to it the first time in high school. I'm just kind of hoping that you don't say the same stories over again at a commencement and kind of let me snooze through that one as well.
Oh, well, hopefully I won't have you snoozing, but I tell you what, I'm looking forward to speaking at your commencement, and hopefully you'll get something out of what your old man says.
I'm sure I will. It's always great, when I walk up there, I get to shake my old man's hand when I walk across that stage and finally get my college diploma here.
All right. Thank you.
Dad, you said that earning your degree from the Ohio State University is your greatest achievement while at Ohio State. What does having that degree mean to you?
Well, it means a tremendous amount to me. First of all, it means that I reached a goal that I wanted to reach. And I've told you many times, I love the game of football and I played the game of football, but football was the vehicle I used to get the education that I wanted. But what it means to me is that I'm a part of something bigger than myself. I'm a part of a huge network. There's over 500,000 living alumni from Ohio State, a powerful group of alumni. And that means connections. And that means that anytime that I go anywhere in the world, if I want to find an Ohio State graduate, alumnus of Ohio State University, I can do that. But the key to that is always staying connected to the university in some sort of way. So I know that this degree that I've gotten from Ohio State will help me stay connected to the university and that vast network of alumni that we have at this university. Now, you are going to become alumnus of the Ohio State University. You've got many family members who are alums. But what does it mean to you?
Being an alumnus of the Ohio State University means pretty much the world to me. I don't know that it was an option to not get my degree once I started at Ohio State.
It was not an option, believe me.
But it's going to be a great feeling just to know that I'm going to join a network of people, of hundreds of thousands of people that have come through this horseshoe before me grabbing their diploma, and that if I ever fall on tough times in life, I have a whole network of people that I can lean my head on, and they'll be there to support me.
Fantastic. So Adam, what was it like for you to come here to Ohio State University with your dad being president and CEO of the Alumni Association, at one time served as associate director of athletics? What was that like for you? I mean, how do you feel you handled that?
I think I handled it pretty well for the most part throughout college. I like to keep a low profile, so I wouldn't say that I was going around gloating and telling people, yeah, that's my dad over there. So really the only time that anybody really mentioned it was at football, just because they happened to know who you were and the history of that, and they knew that you were the president and CEO of the Alumni Association. Every now and then a professor might say something if they noticed my name on the class list, but I kind of noticed that you were a big deal a little bit before I got to Ohio State, probably around 8, 9 years old when I started playing football. And even back then, little kids would talk trash to me on the field, saying you're not your dad or something.
Well, I'll tell you what, you represented yourself extremely well. And, I don't think I've ever said this to you, and your mom probably won't like me saying this to you, but one of the things that I'm proud of, I know when you played football, some of your teammates called you Little Arch. And I never told you this, but it made me proud that you never told them to not call you a Little Arch. Now, your mom wasn't crazy about that, but you never told them that they couldn't call you Little Arch.
Yeah.
And I can remember when some of the players were over to the house and they kept saying, Arch, Arch. And I thought they were talking to me, and yet they were talking to you. but it made me proud to know that you seem to be proud that they called you Little Arch.
I was. So just kind of the name kind of stuck. Christian Bryant gave it to me the first day that we ever got here, and then next thing you know, everybody called me that.
Oh, well, thank you for handling it.